Seniors, pay close attention. The Elder Care Protection Bill has officially been signed into law. Here's what's really going on, the part no one is fully explaining. This is the key detail that changes everything. Stop scrolling immediately because what I'm about to share could return thousands of dollars to your pocket, and most seniors across America may never even realize it happened. A major piece of legislation has just passed the United States Senate, and it's quietly being described as the most significant law focused on seniors in more than a generation. It's known as the Elder Care Protection Bill. And if you're over 60, caring for an elderly parent, nearing retirement, or already relying on Social Security and Medicare, this law directly affects your finances, your health care, your home, and your future. But here's the frustrating part. The mainstream media is barely covering the real details. They've shared the headlines and already moved on. Meanwhile, millions of seniors across the country have no idea what's actually included in this bill, what benefits they now qualify for, or, and this is crucial, what deadlines they could miss if they don't act quickly. Some benefits happen automatically, many do not. Some require applications. Others require updating your records. Some have strict enrollment windows that, if missed, are gone forever. So today, we're going to break everything down. Every major change explained in plain, simple language. No confusing legal terms, no political bias, just the real financial truth about what has changed for retirees and their families. Grab a pen, write things down, and share this with every senior you care about. Let's begin. Let's start with where this bill came from and why it truly matters. For decades, seniors in this country have quietly struggled with a system that wasn't designed with them in mind. Prescription drug prices that made no sense, nursing homes operating with little accountability, Social Security increases that failed to keep up with the real cost of living year after year, and a massive wave of financial scams targeting seniors, stealing life savings from millions of hardworking retirees. These weren't minor issues. These were serious crises happening quietly in millions of households across America. And for far too long, lawmakers failed to act. The Elder Care Protection Bill changes that. It is one of the most wide-ranging pieces of senior-focused legislation in modern American history. It touches nearly every area of life that matters after age 60: healthcare, housing, finances, mental well-being, caregiving, and personal safety. And the reason we need to go through it carefully is simple. News moves fast, but the details, the real practical changes, are where the real money and protection exist for you and your family. First, prescription drug pricing reform. This is real money going back into your pocket. Let's begin with the change that is already causing concern among pharmaceutical companies: prescription drug pricing reform. If you're on Medicare, this is something you've been waiting your entire retirement to hear. For years, Medicare, the largest buyer of prescription drugs in the United States, was legally blocked from negotiating drug prices directly with pharmaceutical companies. Think about that. The biggest purchaser of medications in the country was not allowed to use its buying power to lower prices. Private insurance companies could negotiate. The Department of Veterans Affairs could negotiate, but Medicare, which covers over 65 million Americans, could not. As a result, seniors in the United States were paying some of the highest prescription drug prices in the world for the same medications that people in countries like Canada, Germany, and Japan were getting for far less. The Elder Care Protection Bill significantly expands and speeds up drug pricing reform. Under the new rules, Medicare can now negotiate prices on a much larger list of medications, and those negotiated prices will take effect faster than before. In real terms, if you're currently paying $200, $300, or even $500 each month for medications related to diabetes, heart conditions, arthritis, blood pressure, or cholesterol, there's a strong possibility those costs will soon decrease. Not years from now, but on a schedule that has already started. The bill also sets a cap on annual out-of-pocket drug costs for Medicare users. That means there is now a legal limit on how much you'll ever have to spend in a year, no matter how many medications you need or how expensive they are. For millions of seniors who have had to choose between buying medication or groceries, this is not a small improvement. It's life-changing. Next, Social Security updates. More money in your monthly payments. Now let's talk about Social Security because this is the section that gets people's attention, and for good reason. Social Security has been the foundation of retirement in America since 1935. It was built on a simple promise. You work, you contribute, and when you retire, the system supports you. But over time, that promise began to feel uncertain. Cost of living adjustments, known as COLA, are meant to protect your benefits from inflation. Each year, the Social Security Administration reviews inflation and adjusts payments accordingly. But here's the issue seniors have raised for years. The formula used doesn't reflect how seniors actually spend money. It tracks spending habits of working individuals, things like gas, electronics, and job-related expenses. But seniors spend differently. More money goes toward healthcare, medications, home care, and utilities, areas that often increase faster than other costs. The Elder Care Protection Bill directly addresses this problem. It pushes for a new inflation index specifically designed around senior spending patterns. In simple terms, your Social Security increases will now better match your real expenses. Over time, this could mean hundreds of extra dollars each year. And when you're living on a fixed income, those increases add up significantly over the years. The bill also strengthens the long-term stability of Social Security. Previously, the trust fund was expected to run low by the mid-2030s, which could have led to automatic benefit cuts. The new law adjusts the payroll tax cap so higher earners contribute more, helping stabilize the system for current retirees and future generations. Now let's move to nursing home reform, which is a critical part of this bill that doesn't get enough attention. The reality is that nursing home neglect and abuse has been an ongoing issue in the United States. Reports have shown that many facilities have serious violations, including understaffing, poor hygiene, medication mistakes, and in extreme cases, abuse. Under the new law, nursing homes receiving Medicare or Medicaid funding, which is most of them, must meet stricter staffing requirements. There are now minimum caregiver-to-resident ratios. This means your loved ones are more likely to receive proper attention when they need help. Penalties for safety violations are also increasing significantly. In the past, fines were so low that some facilities treated them as routine expenses. That changes now. Fines are much higher, and repeat offenders risk losing federal funding entirely, which could force them to shut down. There are also new transparency rules. Nursing homes must publicly share inspection reports, staffing levels, and violation histories. This allows families to make informed decisions based on real data, not just marketing materials. Next, elder financial fraud protection. This is a growing issue that often goes unnoticed. Seniors lose billions of dollars each year to scams, fake calls, investment fraud, online schemes, and even exploitation by trusted individuals. The new law provides funding to fight these crimes. It increases investigations, improves coordination between agencies, and encourages banks to monitor suspicious activity on senior accounts. Unusual transactions or sudden changes can now trigger alerts and action. There's also funding for education programs to help seniors recognize scams. Awareness is one of the strongest defenses. Now let's talk about housing and aging in place. For most seniors, home is their most valuable asset and the center of their life. The ability to stay at home as you age is important, but many homes are not designed for safety in later years. The bill expands funding for home modifications. Seniors can now get financial help to install ramps, improve lighting, widen doorways, and make bathrooms safer. These changes help maintain independence and reduce the need for assisted living. It also invests in affordable senior housing designed for accessibility and community living. Social connection is important, as loneliness has serious health effects. Mental health access is another major area. The bill improves access to mental health services through Medicare. It increases provider payments and expands telehealth options, making it easier to receive care from home. Caregiver support is also included. Millions of unpaid caregivers support loved ones daily. The bill introduces tax credits, training programs, and respite care options to support them. Finally, Medicare expansion includes support for hearing, vision, and dental care. While not fully covered yet, subsidies and programs are expanding access. Now, what should you do? Not all benefits are automatic. Some require action. Visit official resources, speak with advisors, and stay cautious of scams. In closing, this bill is a major step forward. It won't fix everything, but it represents real progress. Stay informed, stay alert, and share this information. Knowledge is your strongest protection.